everyone, I'm Laura and this is Go Simply. Today I have a unilateral or one side lower body weightlifting workout for you. So yes, we're going to do one side of the body, but we're going to do one side and then we are going to do the other side. So we'll do all the moves on the left side, then we'll do all the moves on the right side, and so you'll get both sides done. We're just going to work them independently. I'm going to do a freestyle warm up and cool down. You'll need a set of medium to heavy dumbbells. I'm using 12 pounds today, so you do what works for you. If you like weight training, give me a thumbs up and let's get started. Okay, so we're just going to do a bit of a freestyle warm-up here. So let's just march a little bit, get things sort of moving. We're not trying to get necessarily too much heart rate here, just getting a little blood flowing in the lower body. And then let's take that out and let's just do some squats. So we want that bum sticking out behind us, legs sort of just past shoulder distance apart. Again, just getting some movement through the hips, through the knees, through the ankles. So let's do two more here. Okay, and then let's just do a leg roll out and then leg roll back in. We'll do this a few times just on the one side if you need to. You can turn and hold on to a wall, or you can just test your balance. And then let's do the other side, and again, you can hold on to the wall if that's something you need to do, that's totally fine. So while we are doing all of these moves on one side of the body, you shouldn't be overly concerned about your balance for these. I'm going to give you options to make sure that you're comfortable doing the exercises. Okay, and then let's just pull our knee up to our chest, hold it for just a moment. And again, if you needed to hold the wall, you could just do one leg about 3-4 times. And that way you can hold on to the wall while you do it. And then we can just switch sides. And that way you can always have one hand on the wall. Okay, then we're just going to put our legs nice and wide, and let's just go off to one side and then back up, and the other side. And just get some inner thigh stretch there. And let's do two more. Okay, and then let's just kick our heel towards our bum a few times. Get those hamstrings a little bit warmed up here. And again, you can hold on to the wall if that is something you would like to do. Okay, just two more times here on each side. Okay, excellent. That should have given us a little bit of a warm up. So make sure your weights are close by, and we'll get right into the workout. Okay, so we're going to be starting with a side step squat. So we're going to step out to the side. I've got my weights here. I'm going to put them up near my shoulders. That's where it's comfortable for me, but you're certainly welcome to hold them like in front of your body if that works better for you. So I'm going to step out my left leg every time. So I'm going to step out to the left and then come back to standing. So again, I'm holding 12 pounds. There may come a point where I drop down to just one weight, and that's fine. And there may even come a point where I step down to no weights at all. I must admit that I already did a workout with my husband this morning, so I'm feeling a little tired. So we're going to do these for 45 seconds on and a 15-second rest. We have 6 exercises to go through on the one side, and then we're going to do it all again before we switch to the left side. So with the warm-up and cool down, this is about a 30-minute workout. Okay, so next up we have a kickstand deadlift. So turn to the side. You're going to put your left leg behind you on a toe tip, and you're going to come down the leg and then straighten up. Okay, so nice flat back, and then go straight up. So this toe behind you is simply for balance. You could do a complete single leg deadlift if you want. This floor is very hard, so I actually have not just one, but 2 yoga mats underneath my foot. And so for me personally, I don't think it would be a good idea lifting weights and doing the single leg deadlift. I don't want to have an injury in my back. I already have osteoporosis, so I'm at an increased risk for fracture. So I have to be very careful with the moves that I choose to do. Okay, excellent. Now we're going to do a curtsy lunge. And again, we're going to go over to, I guess it's my left side. Doesn't really matter. Again, we're going to do both sides. So same weights. I'm not changing them. I'm going to use these ones the whole way through. So I'm going to curtsy lunge and then come back up to standing. Now, if I wanted to make this harder, I could come and lift my knee up. Okay? So that will definitely get your heart rate up more. And as I said, I've already done a workout with my husband today. So I'm going to focus just on the weight training, which is already getting my heart rate up. In fact, all of this will. We do have the 15-second rest, but that's not a lot of rest. So the heart rate will definitely get up. Okay, and next up we're going to do a reverse lunge. So I'm going to step back with my left leg into that reverse lunge, okay? So just take another moment here to breathe. So I'm going to reverse lunge and come back up to standing. Now, if you wanted to test your balance, you could not tap that toe, you could just hold it. And again, if you wanted to take it up a notch, you could certainly lift that knee all the way up. And that will definitely get some more heart rate, work that hip flexor. I'm just going to come up and tap. These 12-pound weights are certainly a good choice for me today. Sometimes I can do it with 15, but I wasn't feeling it today. Not after already doing something with my husband. Okay, next up we're going to do a side lunge, and I'm going to give you a couple of options here as well. So you can do a side lunge hold, or you can do a side lunge step in. So let me show you the two. I'll start with just the side lunge hold. So that would be where you go lean to one side and just come back up. And that's a great option. If you want to add a little bit of weight bearing, then you can step it in. So keep in mind that weight training and weight bearing exercises are not the same thing. Weight training is simply the act of lifting weights. Weight bearing needs to have some impact on the bones in the joints. So a part of your body needs to leave the ground to create that impact. Okay, now we're going to get down on the ground. We're going to do a single leg bridge. So I'm going to put my weight here. We're going to do the left leg. So I'm going to bend my left leg. I'm going to put my weight on my hips. I'm going to raise my right. Okay, and if you get mixed up as to which one to do, just make sure that you try and remember to do the opposite one next time. So just pushing out. This is the last of the 6 exercises, so after this we're going to start again. And I can't tell you how hot I am down here. My workout room, which is not available at the moment because it's the wall's being finished. So I'm outside of my workout room, still in the lower level. And our lower level has a wood stove in it, and that's actually how we do most of our heating in the winter. Okay, so safely come on back up. I'm gonna grab that other weight. We're gonna go back to that side step squat. We're at the top again. So yeah, so we mostly heat with wood, even yes, here in Canada. Wood stove is very powerful. And I actually didn't put any wood in it, but it's still hot from last night. And so I'm right in front of it. If you could see off camera to my left side, you would see that wood stove, and there's still glowing embers in it, and so it's very hot. So I maybe should have worn a tank top or something, but I didn't. So here I am, and we're gonna get through this. So just a few more seconds here. Excellent. We're going to go back to that kickstand deadlift. So again, remember that's turning sideways, leg behind, but just the toe, so that we can go down the front of the leg and back up, and that toe is giving us stability. So really the weight is all in the front foot. We're making sure that back is nice and flat. We don't want any rounding at the shoulders, especially those of us who have osteoporosis. That's a spot that's very susceptible to fractures. So making sure that back is nice and straight, those glutes are squeezed, that tummy is pulled into the spine. Okay, supporting the lower back that way. And again, that back leg is for balance. Oh my goodness, we have to do this all on the right side after. But we can do it, we can do it. Excellent. So next up we have that curtsy lunge. So again, I'm going to be stepping off to my left, trying to remember that to go the same direction as I did for everything in the first round. Okay, so down and back up. Now, if you need a longer rest at any time, that's totally fine. Just hit pause, get some water, take that break, and then come right back in. That's totally fine. It's not going to ruin your workout if you take longer pauses. Yeah, you need to do what works for you. Sometimes taking that little bit of extra rest actually makes your workout better. So I have taken these lower body moves and made sure to make all of them except for the kickstand deadlift. Oh, and I guess the single leg bridge too. I have chosen to make them into weight bearing as well as weight training by having some impact, by stepping back, by stepping out. So here, by stepping back into our reverse lunge, when my toe hits at the back, that's a little impact, and then my toe is coming back and touching at the front. So that is providing just a bit of impact. We tend to think of impact as like jump squats and running, and that's fine. Those are impact moves, but you don't have to have that kind of impact to still give your body the benefits of some weight-bearing activity. Like walking is a weight-bearing activity. Swimming is not a weight-bearing activity, but it is still an excellent exercise that you should do if you enjoy it. So it doesn't mean never do. Oh, good. Exercises that aren't weight-bearing. You just need a variety. We always need a variety. Hello, Mittens. Mittens just provided an example of a weight-bearing activity by running through. Okay, side lunge, and again, you can just lean off to the one side, that's fine. I shouldn't say just, it's a very important motion, or you can choose to come up. Gosh, can you hear me huffing and puffing? So you can come in. Man, I'm gonna have to take another shower after this. I don't know why I showered in between. That seems silly now, doesn't it? Okay. Just a few more seconds and then we're on to our single leg bridge. And you know what? My legs are feeling really tired. So I'm actually not going to use any weight at all. So I'm going to come down safely, and I'm going to leave my weights there, and I'm going to get into the single leg bridge, and I'm going to do it without weight at all. And that's fine. I'm just deciding that I need to not. So we're just going up and down. I'm really working on pelvic stability to make all of those muscles around my pelvis very strong. That's where I have a lot of bone loss, is in my lower back. So one of the best things I can do is make sure that the muscles that support the lower back are really, really strong. And so lifting weight while doing this would be an excellent benefit, but until those muscles are strong enough to do it all the time without rocking side to side or causing excess instability, I'm just not ready for it. So it's okay for me to do these body weight. I mean, it's always okay to do the body weight. Okay, so we're gonna take a really quick break here, and then we'll move on to the right side. So take a break, grab some water, we'll come right back. Okay, so we're back here and ready to go on the other side. I don't think I gave my husband enough time to edit there, so that might be a bit of a not good edit, I'm sorry. So we're gonna side step squat out to the other side. I took that break to open up the window, which I didn't think of doing before. Sometimes I don't think of these things like, oh, letting in some wintry cold air might actually make it a little more bearable inside. Although maybe I shouldn't have said that, because now my husband's gonna edit this video and he's gonna be like, you open the window. And it's March 1st today. I was gonna say in February, but it's March 1st. In March, when it was like, it's like minus 12 or something right now outside, minus 12 Celsius. And I'm gonna be like, yep. He's gonna be like, do you know what that does to our heating bill? And I'm just gonna say, I was hot. Excellent. So now we're gonna do that kickstand deadlift. I'm gonna face the other way. And he's gonna say, you were hot. And I'm gonna say, I'm going through menopause. And he won't ask any other questions. So let's, back foot behind us for a support, just up on the toe. And again, straight down that front leg. Back nice and straight, fully supported. Yeah, you know, when we hit our mid-40s, things start changing in our cycles. And, you know, he's really quite comfortable with it. He's easy to talk to about it, but as soon as I say, you know, hot flash, he's like, okay, I get it. Yep, you do what you need to do, because he doesn't want me to turn into a bear and attack him for something, which, with our hormones changing through this period, you know, it can happen. It can happen, and that's okay. We deal with a lot, us women. Men, I'm sure, do too, in their own ways. Women have a lot of hormones to deal with. Okay, curtsy lunge over to the right this time. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better with that window open. I don't know what I was thinking, or obviously I wasn't thinking, but now I'm not on fire. Okay, that makes things so much easier. So again, you could add that knee if you wanted to make this more of a balance challenge, but you certainly don't need to. You're still getting that impact by stepping out to the side. The impact is bone building. Okay, weightlifting is excellent for our muscles. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We need that. We need super strong muscles to support the bones. Weightlifting on its own, it's not going to build bone. Okay, now we're going to do a reverse lunge. So I'm going to turn sideways. I'm going to step back with my right leg this time. It's the impact that causes the jarring on the bone, that makes the bone react and build stronger. It layers. It's like a honeycomb in there, and it builds extra layers to support that impact, to be able to take it, right? To withstand it. So now you need to make sure, especially if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, you need to make sure that you have your doctor's clearance or your physiotherapist's clearance to do some impact and find out what level of impact you can do. So because I've been exercising for many years, they said basically you can do the same things, avoid spinal flexion in any way. So that's what I'm doing. And they very much encouraged me to continue with weight-bearing activities. Okay, next we're going to do that side lunge. In fact, to continue and to add more of it to my workout schedule so that I can try and build and certainly at the very least maintain the bone I do have. So side lunge, and again, you can do that sort of static, more of a hold, or you can come back up. And then you have that impact on the way out. So that's what I'm choosing to do, so that I'm getting that extra bone building benefit, which is safe for me. It is not safe for all people with osteopenia or osteoporosis until they have much stronger muscles, or sometimes you need to take some, or you choose to take some medicine to try and build bone. So we just have to go with the best recommendations that we have. Okay, and now we're going to do the single leg bridge. So I'm going to put one weight down. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think I had my right leg up before, so I'm going to put my left leg up. I'm going to try one round with the weight because that's what I did on the other side. And I want to keep things equal. I do find that on this side, I'm stronger, which makes sense because we all have a dominant side. So my pelvis feels much more stable this way with my right leg down. But because I want to have equal, next round I won't use my weight for this. So you'll notice I said we want to do things equal on each side of the body. That's the greatest benefit of a unilateral workout, is that you have to do each side independently and the other side can't take over and just be like, I can do this, I'll take over, right? Okay, so push that off to the side, get up. We're going back to that side step squat. Okay, so I'm going to bring my weights up and then just step out to the side and come back in. So yes, we work each side independently. It's sort of like when we work them at the same time, subconsciously, our dominant side, our stronger side of the body, is going to take on more of the work most of the time. You really have to focus to keep it balanced between both sides of the body. And often when we're working out, we don't tend to focus because we just sort of go off, and that's okay, it makes the workout go by faster. But it does sometimes mean that we're not making sure that everything is balanced all the way throughout. So working one side and then the other can help alleviate that problem. So we're doing that kickstand deadlift again. We're nearly done. We're on move 2, second round of the second side. So we're getting there. So again, straight down and come back up. Notice I'm not doing this fast. Okay. We don't want to go through the move super fast. I'm really squeezing my glutes. So you can kind of think of your dominant side as that kid in school who gets frustrated with everybody else and says, just let me do it. And you're like, but I want to try, or I can do it, I just need more time, or that's your weaker side. So when we work it independently, that dominant side can't take over. And then both sides get a much better workout, actually. Okay, I think next is that curtsy lunge. Yes, it is. Whew, I am breathing heavy. I'm not sweating quite like I was, but I'm still sweating. Okay, actually, I don't remember, did I have them? I'm gonna leave them down, because they can be down, they can be up. Doesn't matter, but this time I'm going to leave them down. I don't remember where I had them last time. But if this is different, then you can just do whichever works for you. I actually really like weight training. I didn't before. I was always sort of cardio, cardio, cardio. And I have come to realize that if I'm lifting heavy enough, I'm getting a cardio workout anyways. Like, I'm not sure if you can hear me in the video, but I am huffing, I'm puffing, I'm sweating. My heart rate, you know, is maybe not as high up as if I was doing jump squats, but it is up there. Okay, we're gonna do that reverse lunge again. So I'm gonna face this way and step back. So I am definitely taking some deep breaths here, and it's good. I love weightlifting. And I love being able to add that bit of weight bearing. I find it a very enjoyable way to work out. I still do cardio as well. I love my walking workouts. I love adding some impact moves in on days that I feel really good. Like, I will still do some jump squats and I don't do a full jumping lunge, but I do pop lunges. I really enjoy those. I don't tend to do burpees because of the jump back into the plank. I don't have enough pelvic stability, lower back stability yet to do that properly. But I just heard my furnace kick on, so if it gets loud, I'm sorry. I did turn it way down, but apparently with the window open, I'm cooling the house down. Okay, side lunge. So again, you can go and push out to the side and then just come back up to, you know, straight knee. Or you can step in to add that weight bearing, which is a very good thing to add. So this is the last one that I'm going to use my weights for. Then I'm going to put them off to the side because we only have one exercise left, the single leg bridge. And I'm going to do the last round without weight. Whew. Excellent. So I just have a table here that I'm going to rest these on. So pardon me going off camera. Okay, and I'm going to come down to the mat. Support myself down. Right leg up, and I'm going to push up into that bridge and then back down. So well, we're almost done. We got 35 seconds to go. And then we have survived this. This is a good lower body workout. Let me know in the comments if this got you sweating. Let me know what your favorite move is. And tell me if you like unilateral workouts. Some people love them. I used to hate them. I used to think they were so boring. Oh, I gotta do this side, and then I still have to do that side. But now that I have a new outlook on weightlifting, and of course it's become more necessary for my osteoporosis, I just love it. And so I actually really quite like unilateral workouts. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Okay, time to do a bit of stretching. So since we're down here on the ground, let's stay here. Who doesn't love that? So I'm gonna put one leg out to the side, and you can just reach for it here. I'm going to keep my upper body nice and straight, but I can lean over. Okay, but I'm really working hard not to round through that upper back. Excellent, and then I'm going to switch that off to the other side. And again, reach for that toe. If you can't reach the toe, you just reach, that's fine. Arm overhead. Excellent, and then let's bring both feet together in the front. We'll do a nice butterfly stretch. Push those knees out to the side. Try and open up through those hips. And actually, we're going to do something that maybe you don't do very often at the end, but as we get older, our external rotation through the hips is fine, but our internal rotation gets very weak. So what I'm going to do here is put both legs up and try and roll your knees to the center. and really work on that internal rotation of the hip. You might find it easier to sort of try and tap one knee down and then rotate the other knee down. This is definitely a mobility move, but it will be good to stretch out our hips as well. It's a moving stretch, but that's just fine. You can really stretch out through those hips. You will probably find you're like, oh, I am sort of tight that way. And yeah, as we get older, that internal hip rotation really weakens. So definitely just go to your comfort level here. You might be sort of, you know, more upright than I am, and that's just fine. Okay, and then sort of walk those feet together. And let's come over onto our hands and knees here. Okay, and let's put, doesn't matter which leg forward, we're going to do both. And let's just sort of really lean into that, get a nice stretch through the front of the hip flexor there. Okay. So that's excellent. And if you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable, you can try, well, you can hold on to the wall if you need to, hold on to it and grab your toes behind you for a quad stretch. If that doesn't work for you, just stay down where we were. Okay, or you can do it without. You can even just push up and try and really push that pelvis under. That will also get the hip flexor. That's another good suggestion, actually. And then let's switch that. So very carefully, other leg forward. And again, just really lean into it. Support that upper body with your hands. And then, well, let's hold it for another second. I'm moving too fast. Let's just hold it for another second here. Okay, and then you can either come up here and again really sort of pull that pelvis under, or you can reach back and grab, you know, it could be the heel, could be your pant leg if you have long pants on, or the toe. Okay, whatever works for you. But again, here and then really rolling under is just fine. All right, excellent job, everyone. That was a long one. It was hard. You did great. Let me know in the comments what you think about unilateral movements. Are you a yes unilateral or a no way? Give me a thumbs up for the algorithm. Apparently that helps to promote my videos so that more people can see them, and I would very much appreciate that. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.